joining us today. Today I have Jumanji Jon, the one and only. And
Hello.
to continue our Spotlight series, we're going to have him talk about his background, how we started in the business, and just talk about his experience. So, how long have you been doing this?
It started for us a little over 2 years ago. For us, we bought our house, I think, quite honestly, April of 2019. And not long after did we, start trying to sell plants. But quite honestly, it started as just something we needed. Like, we love plants, right? And we just bought our house. So obviously we have no money left because houses are expensive in California. So once we bought our house, we were able to actually get some plants, but couldn't afford to get all the plants we really wanted. But I realized if I bought one and I split it up, I could keep a little section for myself, and maybe sell to others and make $20, make $40. So it started off, honestly, within like 6 months of buying the house, we had every plant Home Depot and all the big box stores had to offer. And that's when I started joining all the social media groups and found this plant, a variegated Monstera alba. What is this? Wow. It was hundreds of dollars, completely out of my range. I was still buying $20, $40 plants and trying to split them up and break even. But quickly on, like I said, I think I bought 4 of them locally, and I got all 4 of them the root of my daughter's fish tank and felt like a genius. I was like, oh, I got this. I know what I'm doing, bought 40, went crazy, rolled the dice with money. Like I said, we just bought a house. I probably should have paid down the credit cards, but I bought 40 albos. So it was a little risky, but long story short, like I said, it just started from a need for a way to be able to get the plants I liked for free, because I shouldn't have been spending my extra money on them. And then from there, I just realized it became addicting. And one month I made, $300, $800, then $1,100, $3,000, $4,000, $8,000. It was just insane. Obviously I started at the right time in the pandemic, and it was booming, and had the right plants at the right time is a lot of it. But genuinely, we started just from wanting to get a little extra spending money and take the kids out, and also be able to get the plants that we couldn't afford. And it just spiraled, like I said, out of control for the most part.
Congratulations on the house. It's really cool how, it almost came as a need, came out of the need to pay the house down. You got to find money somewhere, and getting that.
Well, we put 5 to 7 the life savings down, maxed out the credit cards, borrowed money from everyone just to get the house. And, looking back, it worked out great. And, the house has gone up in value, and if we wouldn't have got the house, we wouldn't have done the plant business. Quite honestly, it would have been something I never would have known. I've always loved plants, but having the space and no one to tell me, John, you have too many plants, worked out pretty good. So I got real lucky. And, I don't know. I think I've always naturally had a green thumb from messing with orchids with my grandma and stuff like that. When I was a kid, I've always kind of loved plants, the colors, the textures, everything. So this was just a relief from my normal 9-to-5 grind, which was I was a building inspector for 15, 16 years. Wow. So this is a relief. I get to stay home. I've been with my family during COVID the whole time, messing with plants that we love. My kids are hiding in the background somewhere over there. But as far as starting the business, I think one thing I could say for other small businesses, at least from my own experience, is to stand out, be yourself, I guess, be genuine, be whatever you want to be. Honestly, I feel like I'm a little bit more rock and roll in the plant community. I may cuss, I may curse, but I definitely say it how it is. I'm not afraid to say, hey, this plant looks like a piece of crap, but it's priced appropriately, or this one's premium. I've had this is my favorite personal one. It's priced accordingly. Just be yourself, be genuine. That's about all I could say. Is this wasn't something I sought out to be. Like I said, it started as a hobby, and the whole time I just always been myself, whether it was being a little too rude, and I've lost a little bit of attitude over the years, but always just been genuine. Even from my lame little shirts and people trying to give me a hard time. The internet's crazy, so try to do you. I don't know if anyone else watching this have had a their share of people talking crap or spreading rumors, whatever it is, you know what? Just let it light a fire under your butt to like do better and inspire you to kick ass, because that's what it normally does for me. Like people try to bring me down. I'm like, oh really? Oh my God, you guys are full of crap. Watch this, let me kick some ass. So the internet is wild. So be careful on the internet, whoever's out there. If you're starting off in the plant business,
Yeah.
hey, people will twist fast.
And to touch on that, how do you decide like where to build your audience and where to I guess where to focus your energy on in terms of different social media channels or sales channels like Etsy and Shopify?
I think I try to do them all, quite honestly. Obviously, whatever you're going to use as your core to like process your payments, which, me, I go through Shopify a lot for everything. And that's what powers our website. For me, I'm lucky. A majority of my sales still go through my Facebook group. And I just got lucky, like I said, at the right time, that I have a big enough group and a big enough following. But majority of my sales still go through there, but we still sell on the website, which is Shopify. Locally, I use OfferUp and like the Facebook Marketplace. We have put stuff on eBay before. We do have an Etsy store. I try to hit up all avenues. It can be overwhelming, but one way to look at it, if you're trying to build a raging river, it needs a bunch of streams, smaller streams to feed it. So if you got Etsy, you got eBay, you got Facebook, you got Instagram, you got OfferUp, you got whatever you can locally doing pop-ups. Do it all. Build your audience, build your brand, do giveaways. Don't be so inclined to like, a lot of people want to make X amount percentage on plants. Sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes just about getting out there, get the plants out there, get a name for yourself. Don't be so stuck on, you got to make a huge markup. I always try to offer plants at a reasonable price. Plants are crazy expensive.
Yeah, I think part of that is being stuck on needing to make a margin off every plant. You lose sort of that potential for like customer retention and with the promos and keeping people engaged. And can you speak about that a bit? Like, how did you come up with the idea to run auctions on your Facebook group?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Just because I'm goofy and it's fun to name them random things and throw a bunch of crap together and see what people want to pay. Obviously, the auctions seem to work out financially better sometimes, but for me, it's a way to bundle things together and throw it out there and let people have fun, and me to actively engage people. Some people let it run for days and then auction could be stale. Not me. Hey, let's have fun. Hey, John, do an auction for 1 minute. All right, call me out. I like to actively engage people. Hey, John, put this with that. Sure. What do you want? Custom order. I try to, don't get me wrong, it's exhausting trying to keep up with everyone and do everything. But I do try to actively engage. I do try to do giveaways. When we were home during the pandemic, I try to make it fun. I know I get some crap on that. Oh, the guy will make you make a face mask out of food. Like, really, I'm just trying to get you off the couch and have some fun. Not trying to do anything humiliating. When I think of the games, try to envision you getting off the couch and running across the room? I'm like, yeah, all right. If they're in the living room, how can I get them to the laundry room real quick? And their husband gonna think they're crazy. I'm like, all right, let's have them go to the laundry room and stick a plant in the washer, whatever it may be. I'm just there to have fun. I'm rock and roll. I'm very outgoing. So that's what I always try to do. Try to be active. Try to engage your people and comment back, like everything, talk to them all, get to know them. Like I said, though, it's exhausting. Good luck.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, well, how much of your day are you on connected to your computer or your phone?
Too much. 9 to 10 hours a day, my entire life. Like if you get a screen time report, it will tell you, oh, you've logged in almost 10 hours of screen time.
And that's just on your phone, right? Not even the computer. So
it's brutal. Not even including like the plants time, the time spent taking care of plants, packing plants, local customers. Oh my God, it's insane. It's very time consuming. I'm very blessed. I shouldn't complain at all, but it's definitely, I never eat a warm breakfast. I never eat a warm dinner. Like it's always like, they must have perfect timing. Like, hey, dinner's ready. And then it's like, ding dong. And I'm like, son of a, how do they know? So It's all right though. It's fun. I enjoy the spotlight. I enjoy entertaining people and being the goofball and being the character. So I even enjoy the haters. Quite honestly, it makes me laugh. Like some of the stuff people say, it's just hilarious. Like, okay, whatever, So I embrace it all and just have fun with it because really I'm here for the plants. That all ended today. I got to be nothing more than blessed. I mean, oh my God, my plant collection in 2.5 years is ridiculous.
Yeah. And
So
how did you decide on the albo as the plant to specialize?
I think it was just kind of trendy and popular and caught my eye, honestly, the white and whatever. And I saw everyone talking about it, the albo. Originally someone tried to sell me a variegated billy tie for like $450. Obviously it's worth $5,000-$10,000 now. But I was like, $450 for a variegated billy? I was like, what the hell is a variegated billy? And I was like, I don't even have an albo. I'm not gonna buy this billy, whatever, for $450. And I was like, I need an albo, and so then I got the 4 cuttings. I think the first rare plant I ever got was Ring of Fire, then maybe like Thai Constellation, some white fusion calathea I probably killed 3 times. And then down to albo. And then, like I said, 4 of them rooted in my daughter's fish tank the first time, and then 40, and then 150, and then 300. And then it was just insane. At one point, I just wanted them all. I was like, ooh, every albo, everywhere, send them. So it was fun. It was insane. It's been a rush. Any other small business people? I really don't even know how I could have repeated it. Like I said, I did not plan it at all. Not 1% at all. It's been a roller coaster, honestly.
It was just a confluence of events, it looks like.
Nonstop, one thing to another. I know, like I said, we're over 1 million in sales. So it's unreal. It's crazy. Like, who would have thought a little hobby, just trying to get a little extra spending money, $100-$200, and then 2 years later, here we are, selling over $1 million in plants. So unreal.
That's incredible. And
all from home.
The last question to end this is, where do you see the house plant or just the plant industry in America going in the future? Like, what changes do you think, whether trends or structural?
I kind of have a pessimistic outlook on it, but I could also be optimistic too.
Both.
I'm kind of on the fence. I do see it's been a trend, and it's 15 minutes is almost up, quite honestly. But I do think there's a good 1 to 2 years left at it at a decent level. I'm not the only one in the industry, I feel, that might have this opinion. But that being spoken, I do feel that, there's a lot more people into it, and there's a lot more room for the market to grow. Give it springtime, we'll just bring in that much more percentage of people who weren't in it before,
Yeah.
So there's definitely room for people that build a brand to stay. Hopefully Jumanji Jon is one, and there's a few other, big sellers, whether they're online or whatever their platform is. I think there's enough room for a handful of us to survive, even if it does seem to be a downtrend. It's definitely a big market. There's room for that market share to grow, or that market pool to grow, and each of us to catch a share of it. So, but I do think that the COVID and stimulus and numerous reasons were people at home going insane over the plants, but now it's a little bit easier for people to get access to them. Maybe the new car shine went away for some of these plants. People are able to obtain them. They've seen them in their own eyes. They've had one, they killed one, they're over it, so I do see it slowing a little bit, but maybe that's for various reasons. But like I said, the pool of people should grow. Just got to figure out a way to get creative and captivate it. I myself, yeah, everyone has their own niche. Whether you sell big plants, whether you chop them up and you sell cuttings, whatever you may do. You sell common plants and you try to double your money. There's tons of options. You just got to figure out what's your market, who can you talk to, what can you combine things with? You want to sell them plants with bath candles, bath bombs, crystals, I don't know, whatever the hell you're into. You want to open a shop and you want a coffee bar in the back. Get creative, get some money out of everyone from any which way you can, all while doing what you love and playing with plants. So that's my only advice. Kick some butt, be yourself, go for it. But you only have a chance. I mean, dang, I went for it. I was really scared buying 40 albos the very first time, Should not have took that risk.
looks like it paid off. So
How do we keep it rolling is the question, but try to just be doing the same thing, be genuine. So
well, thanks for taking the time. Learned a ton, and I hope the audience did as well. This interview will be posted on a YouTube channel for everybody to see. So thanks a lot.
I appreciate it. It was a blast, and I had fun. So anytime in the future, let me know. Thank you, sir. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you.